welcome back to my horror movie pick of the week. So, this week I found a really interesting treasure, and this is streaming for free on Tubi TV right now. And it is the movie called Blood Glacier. Yeah. Okay, so I was super stoked for this because sometimes I go through these phases where I'm like watching, I don't know, so many ghost stories, so many possessions, and then so many slashers that I'm like, I need a solid horror sci-fi. And this was it. And what was really neat about this movie was super well shot. I want to say it's in German. I'm having a brain fart. But obviously watch it with subs, right? This movie was so good. Okay, so Blood Glacier. This movie starts off and there's like a camp of scientists just chilling in these mountains. And basically you have like the main dude who has this really cute doggo. And he's like a big drunk. And like you could just see like his kind of attitude. Like he's kind of like a Kurt Russell in freaking The Thing, right? Which is probably why I really like this movie, because I love that movie like big time. So like you just kind of have like, he's like the smart ass. And what happens is they basically have to go in and check on these kinds of what do you call it? Like they have like an alert system or something. And they're out there for the environment, for weather, and one of their beacons or whatever it is goes down. So they have to go in and get it. Now, when they get to the location, the iceberg, like the glacier thing, is like red. It is blood red. And they're like, I've never seen this before. So they start freaking out a bit. And now he has his dog with him, and his dog ends up hearing something and literally runs into the cave. There's like a glacier cave. And the dude's like, oh, fuck, right? Like, I gotta go do this. At the same time, they're taking tests of, like, what is this weird red stuff, right? Like, we want to get to the bottom of this. He goes in, and he basically sees this crazy part wolf, part beetle, part weird thing, and starts freaking out. And he finds his dog's, like, been attacked, right? Yeah. So, this movie, without spoiling anything, this movie is really interesting because it basically takes this concept of what is this red stuff and why are these animals or things coming out of it mutating, right? So a bit like the concept of The Thing, but not. And what's really interesting is you have like this weird beef with him and his ex-wife, and she's obviously apparently still in the environmental stuff, and she's supposed to be coming up with like the minister or whatever, some fancy person, and like that lady's husband, and this guy knows like something's messed up, like we got chased by a fox, like that doesn't make sense. And she's like, no, it doesn't. And he's like, well, don't come up here, like I'm trying to warn you. And of course they don't listen. So what's really cool about this movie, it's not as amazing as The Thing, okay? Like I don't think there's any movie that could really top that as like a horror sci-fi. If you have one that you love more than The Thing, let me know in the comments, though. I'd love to hear it. But the dynamic between the people that are stuck at the base, that are coming up as well to meet with them, is really well done. Like, the acting's super good. And again, what's really neat about it is they don't rely too much on CGI effects. There are some things that you see that it's like, okay, I get it. They needed to make that CGI. But when you have like the close-up stuff, I'm pretty sure they did the majority of it practical, which as somebody in makeup effects, like I love that. I'm like, go ahead, get all freaking hands in there and make it look real, because like it makes you feel like it's more real when it's like that, right? Anyways, I highly suggest you see this movie Blood Glacier. Again, this is more of like an unknown. I never even heard anybody speak about this one, but give it a break. You know what I mean? Like it's not like top notch, like, I don't know, freaking Spielberg style movie, but it is super, super good for its time, I'd say. Like, literally super freaking awesome. I give it like a solid 7 on 10. Like, I'd probably rewatch it. I will rewatch it. Yeah, it was really good. Anyways, guys, if you're in the mood for a solid sci-fi horror, you want to see creatures, you want to see people freak out at a base and just see weird things come alive, watch Blood Glacier. And let me know your thoughts. Guys, thank you so much for being subscribed. And yo, if you're not, get on it. Be a part of the fam. And we'll be seeing you guys soon. Okay, bye.